And now, continuing with our theme of reaching your summit, our next presenter will be showing us one of the ways you can get there through standing on your supplier's shoulders. Let's now cross back to the main stage.
I've always fought for the procurement organization to be recognized, to be a part of us, or to be a strategic pillar of the organization. And now that we're almost there, we have this big threat out there. You know, it's all going to be digitalized, and there will be no procurement left. And so again, we're dropping out. And I want to show you that that's not the case. I am of the complete opposite opinion, that I think procurement is the right place to be now. So to start with, you know, with this big threat, robots, and robots in the broader sense of digitalization, do you think a robot will help you to create value?
Sure. Yes.
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 I believe so. Most probably. Do you trust a robot? No? Mostly? Maybe?
Depends.
Yes. Maybe. The last question I have is, do you love a robot?
Not yet.
Will you ever love a robot?
My wife doesn't like being called a robot.
So, to be honest with you, likely not. So it may be a threat, but on the other hand, I think what I want to say here is that our future is not with the digitalization as such, but the digitalization is an enabler for us to be and stay humans, because the human factor will always be at the center, in particular if you look at procurement in the future. So at SGS, we've created a vision, which is very simple. It's called the partner of choice. And it's interesting, this is going more or less viral in the organization. Everybody talks about partner of choice. Some talk about slave of choice, but most talk about the partner of choice. And I think that is one of the most important things, to really working on the same level as your partners, understanding your partners, and developing the procurement from the outside to the inside, speaking their language. And it's what Tanya was saying as well. You need to understand what your stakeholders and your customers really need, and then you can work on it. So it's all about maximizing value and innovation for your stakeholders and your suppliers to create efficiency, but also profitable growth. We can, as a procurement organization, really drive growth. I'm pretty sure about it. So it is, for me, two main skills that a procurement professional needs to have. She needs to be an entrepreneur, and the entrepreneur is there to make things happen in the organization. And to make things happen in the organization, again, you have to understand what your stakeholders need. So you need to connect your suppliers with your suppliers' capabilities with what your customers really need. And secondly, it's all about being an entrepreneur. It's being about taking the right decisions based on what you know from the market, drive the value out of the market, and connect that to the business. And in the end, robots, digitalization is an enabler. So you need to be digitally integrated and automate and drive your effectiveness and your efficiency through digitalization. And anyhow, the things that will be automated, they will be automated. Anyhow, they're boring stuff, no? So it's about the P2P, it's about the transactional stuff. That's not what we want to do in the future. We want to create value. And I have a good example in a few minutes. So basically, one more topic, which is, or one more slide on the intrapreneur and the entrepreneur. What we've done at SGS, we've created a so-called supplier relationship management process, and in that, an advanced technology group. The target that we have is to really first, again, understand what the stakeholders need and understand what's happening in the market. Combine your intrapreneur and entrepreneurial skills, connect your suppliers with the business, create and develop solutions with your suppliers, then deliver those solutions and start to influence the organization. It's a process that will take time, but if you do it right, we as a procurement organization will be recognized, I am pretty sure, and we see that happening, and I've seen that happening also at my other companies I worked before. So the example I wanted to tell you, and it's really exciting because I came from our last workshop in Berlin yesterday, and so I'm going to tell you a few words about it. I'm very passionate. So we are creating an ecosystem of suppliers and within an advanced technology group, because the SGS organization as such will be heavily impacted by digitalization, and so we need to see what technologies we can get from the market to really support our business model. And that advanced technology group, we launched it in the summer. We have now I won't tell you the names of the companies, but one big equipment supplier, as you know, we have 800 labs, so we have a lot of equipment, and that equipment needs to be connected, it needs to be effective, needs to be efficient. So here we're talking about working with that supplier and working with another software supplier together in an ecosystem to develop solutions to automate some of the steps, and so we're looking into a specific field in an analytics field where we can in the future maybe apply artificial intelligence and machine learning. Now that's a big topic, so we are not there yet. And we had that workshop yesterday, and the day before we went to the labs. We went to the labs with our suppliers. We had the lab technicians joining, we had scientists joining, we had AI and ML people joining, and what we did is we mapped out the process in very much detail based on a design thinking methodology, and through mapping that process together, all three parties, we were able to really find the places in that process where we can improve, where we can automate, what we can do in terms of software, in terms of process, in terms of future technologies. And it was really exciting to see. If Tanya talks about peak performance and young people, I'm excited about it, that you saw those young lab technicians that were incredibly excited, very open to develop new things, and that was fantastic. So we have ended the day with having a really detailed map, very detailed map of the process and the opportunities we have in the process. And now we're going to continue to work together on exactly those things to optimize in an ecosystem. And who knows what will come out? We don't know yet, but it has really helped us to get to a really innovative solution. And we cannot do that by ourselves. You really need the people from the supply market. Yes, that's a bit what I want to say. So please engage young people. I think that's good, because they are the people of the future. They are open, they bring new ideas, and then try to work across different boundaries. The entrepreneurial skills should be really supported. And what I try to say to my people as well is, in a way, don't always follow exactly the rules, but bend these rules as such. Maybe sometimes break the rules, come up with good ideas, come up with new solutions, and then we will, by implementing, by trying out, by being pragmatic about it, we can deliver new solutions.